Hello, my name is Peter David Petersen. I am the co-founder and executive director of NELIS, Next Leaders Initiative for Sustainability, a global network empowering young sustainability leaders across the world. I'm very happy to be part of the Inclusive Impact Conference, although I'm afraid I cannot join you in person today. The topic you're dealing with is extremely important, and I'd like to touch on how women's empowerment, gender equality contributes to a better, more sustainable, fair, and livable future. First of all, there is the aspect of how we create decent living conditions or peace in the world. If you know a little bit about peace studies, there is a very famous peace researcher from Norway called Johan Galtung, who talked about negative peace versus positive peace. Negative peace is defined as the absence of war and violence. But that, of course, is not enough, in the words of Johan Galtung. We need to aim for a positive peace, which is getting rid of what he calls structural violence in society. The suppression of opportunities for all people, the lack of gender equality, the lack of education and empowerment for girls and women across the world is an example of structural violence. It is one of the factors that hinders a positive peace in the world. So if we want to achieve a positive peace, we need gender equality. We need to train girls. We need to empower women to take on the roles in society that would create a better future, that will improve livelihoods. Only through that can we unleash the full potential of people across the world. Only through that can we arrive at any kind of peace, and hopefully at this positive peace that Johan Galtung talks about. Actually, this is exactly what we're trying to do at NELIS. We work with young, next-gen social innovators, mainly across the global south, to empower them to go person by person, stone by stone, heart by heart, community project by community project to improve the world. This is our process to help generate that positive peace. There's one more interesting aspect of how important gender equality is for the alleviation of climate change or the impacts of climate change. There's a very interesting project called Project Drawdown. It talks about how we can draw CO2 out of the atmosphere to mitigate climate change. Drawdown looks at the big solutions in the world that can help actually draw CO2 out of the atmosphere or mitigate the impacts of climate change. And one of their biggest solutions they arrived at after analyzing lots of different approaches like renewable energy, etc., was the empowerment of girls and women. They talk about educating girls. They talk about voluntary family planning. They talk about supporting female smallholders across the world in farming, for example. By doing this, you get more action in society around climate change. You get smaller family sizes, you get more decent living conditions. And this, in the words of Project Drawdown, has an absolutely amazing impact on the reduction of CO2 in society. So gender equality, the empowerment of girls and women across the world also links directly to a livable future in terms of the environment. So this is an extremely exciting topic. I wish you a beautiful conference, and do watch out for what happens with NELIS around the world, because we're definitely working along the same lines as everyone who's here today in this conference. Thank you.